Well, hello there. This is Diamond for Diamond Shine Soap. Guys, I'm so excited to see you today. Today we'll be making some shower steamers, but before we get into the shower steamers, I want to let you guys know that everything that we'll be making, including the recipes, will be found on my Patreon, guys. That's right, you get the full recipe on my Patreon, and you will be so excited to see over 75 classes within 2 weeks of launching the Patreon. Candle making classes, skincare, body butter, Canva, you name it. We have so many. How to sweeten lip balm with making your own sweetener. I mean, we just have so many different classes on there. You would really love it. Okay, so today we're going to be making some shower steamers. I'm going to be using some ingredients, and I'm going to share these ingredients with you guys really quick. Well, I got the question, what is shower steamers? Shower steamers are a little bath bomb like. You can make them in squares, hearts, whatever shape you desire to make them in. They go in the shower, they do not go in the bathtub. If you put them in a bathtub, it can be dangerous for, the love down below. So it's not really good to put in the bathtub. Do not put in the bathtub. Do not put in the bathtub. Now, this is for the shower. So basically, when you get in the shower and the water hit the steamer, it releases the aroma of menthol, eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender, whatever you decide to put in it. Shower steamers are made of essential oils. We typically don't use fragrance because you really won't get the full benefit with the fragrance, so we use essential oils. Today I'll be using some menthol crystals with my shower steamers. The reason why I like that is because menthol does open up your lungs, so it's definitely something that you want to incorporate in your shower steamer. And also I'll be using some peppermint essential oil and maybe some eucalyptus, and I do have some old school camphor. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but I know that this is really, really, really strong, and it's therapeutic, and it's definitely something that'll knock your behind out. I ain't trying to knock you out. But anyway, let me tell y'all what's inside of it. We got baking soda, arrowroot powder. Now, you can use arrowroot powder, you can use cornstarch, or you can use cream of tartar. That's a bubble hardener. So basically what it does is it hardens everything up. We're going to be using citric acid. I'm going to be using some sunflower or safflower oil, either one. You can use a light oil. And I'm going to be using some, did I say cream of tartar? Yeah, cream of tartar. Okay, so I'm going to be using some essential oils too, so I wanted to mention that. So I got everything sitting right here. I got my big, I'm going to be using these, so they're going to be in like a square, which I like it because I'm going to decorate it. I know, I had to jazz it up. I'm going to actually paint them. So I'm going to teach you guys, and I'll probably do like maybe 2 separate videos. I will probably do 2 separate videos on how to paint them as well. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna let these harden, and then we're gonna go and paint them. So let's go ahead and do the first part, and that's basically making our shower steamer. Okay, so I've already weighed out all of my dry ingredients except for the citric acid. I'm gonna wait to put the citric acid in there because if I put it in there right now and then I add the wet, it's gonna just foam up and fizz up, and I don't want it to fizz up. I want to keep that fizz activity for when it's actually needed. So I'm just going to sit this to the side for now. I'm going to go ahead and weigh out my menthol crystals, and then I'm going to put my oil inside of it, and I'm going to go ahead and melt that down, and then we're going to incorporate all of that and move on from there. Okay, so you can definitely buy menthol crystals. You can buy them on Amazon. They are expensive, and they are really strong and potent. So when you're following the recipe, make sure, if I say 2 ounces, I say 1 ounce, I say 3 ounces. Make sure you use what I suggest, and don't try to overdo it because you will be knocked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my oil to the menthol crystals. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and melt this down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's best to just go ahead and just take it apart Like take it off if you're using a mixer, and just kind of go around the sides and make sure everything is incorporated, because sometimes you'll have it sitting on the bottom and it'll be white and it's not even mixed in. So you just gotta go around and make sure that everything is mixed in evenly. All right, so you just want to go through it and just grab it, and if it stays in its form, then you got yourself a good shower steamer. Like the recipe is fine, but if it fall apart, then it's not good. So mine is good. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the bottom, the very bottom, and just kind of make sure I got everything mixed together. You know, you can trust the machine, but not so much. I don't trust the machine more than my own hands. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. Now listen guys, one thing I did forget to do was to run my ingredients through a sifter. So I had to sit there and make sure I got all the clumps and stuff out. And it's easier to do it if you run everything through a sifter before you go through the whole process of putting it inside the mixer and all of that kind of stuff. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just begin to pack these molds. So you just kind of put this on top of here and pack it. And that's going to be a lot of, this is a lot. So I definitely know that this is too much for what I'm doing. So I'm gonna have to use another mold as well, which is fine. I got some circle molds and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had enough because I'm gonna be doing 2. Okay, so I'm just going around, just pack it out. As you can see, these are almost nice and packed. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my other mold. And you want to leave these to sit for like 24 hours. Yes, for 24 hours, just leave them, let them get hard. That way you don't have to worry about them falling apart and you wasting product and, you know, and so on and so forth. Just make sure they are nice and packed, guys. That's what I'm being sure of. So there's nothing wrong with having a little, you know, a little overflow and pressing down on it just to be sure, and just kind of go over the top. And get all the excess off of it. All right, that's perfect. That is perfect. Okay, so you want to do the same thing with the next mold. Just kind of pack them in, same process. Okay, so now that you got both of your molds packed, you want to just go ahead and let it sit for 24 hours and do not disturb it. Okay? All right, now guys, so this is about 12 hours later. I went ahead and start working on them, just popping them out and putting them on a tray, because I really want them to really sit until like tonight. Like maybe like, I would say I probably did these around 9 p.m. and it is about 9 o'clock the next day. So to me, that's not enough time for it to really dry, but they are hard. Like, you know, they're definitely hard, but I feel like they still need to dry. Like I need to make sure that before I put them inside of a container that they're completely dry. Like I'm 100% that they're dry. They pop out very easy, you know, and they're, you know, really nice. If you packed it in there right, you know, you'll get a really nice smooth top. Like this one, I packed it in there perfectly. So you can see that you get a really nice smooth top. But if you don't pack it in there, you know, the right way, then you'll have like some ones that have like, you know, dents on the corners and stuff like that. And, you know, that just show like where you did not pack it right. Now, I like for these particular things, like some people use press, like a bath bomb press or something like that. You know, that's a good option. you know, that those mold presses are really good options. You could use those and it will give you more of a smoother finish. Like these are all my personal ones. You know, I made some little stars. I made a big old heart. And this is how I was able to determine whether or not it was hard, because this heart is really hard. So I made like a big old heart, you know, like this is all my personal use. Like I'm going to bag it up and keep it for myself. And the other ones I'm going to give to my family. But I just wanted you guys to see, you know, it's a really good recipe. It gets really hard. If you make it the right way and you follow all the instructions, you shouldn't have any problems. Okay, so to color them, you definitely need to have 99% alcohol. And I'm gonna just show you guys what it looked like. It cannot be 70%, it cannot be 80%. It has to be 99 because you need it to be pure alcohol and no water, because if it's not, it's going to activate these and you definitely don't want that. So you need to just take it and put a little tiny bit. Just add a little bit to a jar. Or okay, so I'm going to try like a little green. I was like, let me just find a little cool color to kind of throw it off. You don't need that much. A little goes a long way when it comes down to these mica powders in here, but you want it to be dark enough so it don't be watery, because it can, you know, come on watery if you don't have it, you know, dark enough. You don't want it to be like too much alcohol and more mica powders. You definitely don't want that. So, you know, just take one and test it. Don't just go and start squirting it on all of them and then you find out that you don't like it. So my advice to you is to just take one and just test it, okay? So get you a pipette, okay? And I'm just gonna grab one, because that's how I figured that I didn't like blue. I was like, oh no, I don't like that. You know, and that's why I still got a little blue in here. So I had to test it first, okay? I'm just gonna take one, turn it over, and I'm gonna suck up some color, okay? And then I'm just gonna take some of that color and just kind of move it on there and see. Oh, I like that color. I like how that look, you know? So you just kind of figure out like, okay, all right, how am I going to do it? Am I going to do like little dots? You know, or am I going to do like some lines going across? You know, you just kind of go and just take it and, you know, figure out what you're going to do. You know, you don't have to do all of them green, but you could just kind of take it in, and that's how you paint them. So I'm gonna take it green and I'll probably go over it with another color. Okay, so some of them I colored, some of them I didn't. You know, I just wanted to show you guys how to color them. I really don't want to color them. I want to keep them, you know, just as natural looking as possible. So I'm just going to take the ones that I did color and just kind of sit them to the side for myself. But like when I go to package them up, I want them to all be blue. But I just wanted to teach you guys how to color them. So we made our shower steamers. The recipe will be found on the Patreon. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys go ahead and get us a thumb up and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you have yourself a beautiful day. All right.